We went to Chester, and we're inviting you to join us for an ultimate day of sightseeing in this historic city, discovering the secrets of Chester's past by bus, boat and on foot. Come along and join the adventure.
Whoa, you wanna do it again, you wanna do it again sometime. Whoa, can I see you again?
So we are in Chester. We are going to spend a whole day here sightseeing. We've got the boat tour up the River Dee, we've got the hop on hop off sightseeing bus, and then we're going to explore a little bit on foot. The River Dee. We're actually at the River Dee. This is the pedestrian footbridge. We're going to go and get our boat very shortly. It actually leaves at 11, so we've got a little bit of time just to chill by the river. We've just had a coffee and some breakfast at a place called Cinderbox Coffee up on Bridge Street, which was absolutely delicious. So we are ready and raring to go for a full-on day. Yes, caffeinated, ready and to explore.
Did you say fed?
Fed.
We're going to be on the Lady Diana by the looks of it. They've just brought this one over. We just took a seat outside. We've got another 20 minutes, I'd say, before we can board.
Yeah, 20 minutes or so. We're just waiting for them to say, come aboard.
Oh, she's talking. We are boarding. Oh, we're going to sit right at the top. Oh, what side do you want to sit on? Should we sit?
Where do you want to sit?
That side? Left side? Yeah.
We are off along the River Dee, back under the suspension bridge that we started the day on. There are some beautiful houses along this river, absolute goals. It's easy to see why a lot of the Premier League footballers live here. Turning round to head back the other way. How beautiful is that?
See the city skyline in the far back corner there. So we've just got off of the boat. Next stop, one of these bad boys. Hop on, hop off. This is going to be fun. God, Sharon's looking at a map.
Supplementing
I dread
the
to
meal
think what
with
she's looking at.
vegetables and meat.
Cheese.
Personal
You can't have any
is
cheese.
important to them.
So we're on the
They wash
bus,
their
just
teeth
waiting
and
for our
hair in urine, and as for toilet paper,
location.
they
Yeah, we're gonna do a
normally
full
use
loop
communal
first.
sponge
Full
on a
loop and
stick,
then
which after
figure
use
out what we're doing.
was dipped
Yeah.
in vinegar and barley, although it certainly wasn't
Really got ya. Getting attacked by the trees. Oh my god. We're like one with nature. One with nature. That's wow. Oh. So we're off the tour bus. We're just stopping off to get some lunch.
We have. We've worked out what we want to do, but we'll tell you in a minute once I've ordered some food.
Yeah, I'm going to get a hot dog. Are you going to get a chip butty?
I think so.
Yeah. Food is here. God, you've got a lot of chips in your chip butty.
That was a lot more chips than I was expecting.
Bloody hell.
Anyway.
It didn't cost that much though, did it?
It didn't cost that much. I think I got this, the hot dog and 2 bottles of water was £9, so that's a bargain. But what we've decided the best thing for us to do is do the full city wall trail, which is 2 miles, but it goes by all of the main sites that we want to see. So we're going to eat this, fuel up and then get walking.
Lunch consumed, so we're now doing the city walls, is that right?
Yes.
So have a little wander around there. Was it 2 miles long?
It is a 2 mile full route, yeah, and we should hopefully see everything we want to see.
Fingers crossed.
So we've joined the wall trail next to the River Dee. You can see where we got our boat from up there and the little suspension bridge that we went past earlier, but this is the weir, and this is the stone bridge that was built in the mid-1300s, I believe they said on the boat tour. So this is what's left of Chester Castle, with a more modern castle which was actually more of a stately home built behind it. So I knew Chester was close to Wales, described as the gateway to Wales, but what I didn't realise is just how close we are. Just 2 miles from the Welsh border, they told us on the bus.
Hello, our Welsh friends.
Hi, Welsh friends.
Yes, ow, just stuck myself.
Just another view of the castle before we move on. Just look at the size of Chester Racecourse. It is enormous. Into the final furlong, and Red Rum is chasing down Mr. Whippy. Mr. Whippy. Mr. Whippy's chasing Red Rum now. Mr. Whippy's. Oh God, I've said food, and now he wants Mr. Whippy. I was using it as a horse's name.
You promised me I could have an ice cream.
The day's not over yet. So this is actually the oldest racecourse in Britain, with the first horse race in 1539. But before that, it actually used to be a Roman harbour, and you can see this little stone here. That was part of the harbour, and that was all that you used to be able to see when the area flooded. But the River Dee changed course, and they built a racecourse. Changed course, and they built a racecourse.
You're a poet and didn't know it.
Exactly. Walking over one of the old gateways to the city. Oh, it's warm, isn't it?
Really warm.
Oh, lucky with the weather, but it is very warm. Luckily, for
This
once.
bridge is wobbling.
I was going to say, luckily for once, we were clever enough to buy water down by the river and bring it with us. We've made it round to the water tower, which used to protect the port of Chester. So we've picked to walk clockwise around the walls. We're not
Everything's up.
It is. Everything's uphill. I was going to say upstairs then. We have been up some steps as well. Yeah. But everyone else seems to be coming the other way. But we like to be different, so we're going this way.
They knew we were coming. They rolled out the broken guns.
This is a pretty shot along the canals and down the walls. Look at that.
That's pretty high, isn't it?
It is pretty high. Also, if we look this way, you get a sneak peek just through there at Chester Cathedral, where we'll head later and have a bit of a closer look. Not feeling the height, Josh?
Nope.
So this is probably the most iconic tower along the walls. This is King Charles Tower, and reputedly King Charles stood on top of this tower and witnessed his royalist forces being defeated. Who knew? Ooh, you can go up. Oh, you can't go in. What can you see, Sharon?
You can see inside the windows.
You can see in the windows.
Yeah, it's just like an empty...
Charles isn't still in there, is he?
No. You can just see like an empty room.
Can we see? Oh no, all we can see is a reflection of the cathedral. We've just stepped away from the city walls for a moment to get a closer look at Chester Cathedral. A little bit backlit, so we're going to walk around the other side, see if we can get a better shot of it, but not the most classic cathedral you're ever going to see. It's also not the biggest, but it's still very majestic.
Very pretty.
It's obviously gram-worthy because that's exactly what Josh is doing.
Well, duh. Again, if you don't follow us on Instagram, JJextra26.
Nice move. Hello, little guy. So adorable. So we've come around the other side of the cathedral now. You can see it much clearer this side without the sun behind it. It's absolutely beautiful. It is nice and shaded over here. These gardens are really nice as well.
We picked up a refreshment. Back to the long walk. So a fun little fact about this clock, it is the second most photographed clock in the country.
In the country after Big Ben.
Oh yeah, after Big Ben, I forgot to add that bit.
It's called the Eastgate Clock, but the good thing is we can actually go up there and walk under it.
So that's what we're going to do. Just going to take a walk over under the clock. Oh, you get a better view of it here, look. Oh, that's done me in them steps.
You can definitely see why it's the second most photographed clock in the country, because we've been on here now for about 10 minutes with them trying to take photos.
There's like a crowd of people trying to take a photo, isn't
Yeah.
there? When you're with these two, they take forever taking their pictures. All getting a look.
Added about 300 photos to the count, have we?
Maybe. Really? Really?
So this is part that we've been waiting for. We're nearly at the end of the wall walk now. We're at this other gate to the city, which the bus drove under earlier. And then over here, we've got the Roman Amphitheatre, which we're going to go down in a second and have a closer look at. And then beyond that is a really, really pretty little park that we walked through yesterday evening that I think we're going to go...
I love that park.
We're going to go and have a bit of an explore, I think. So.
It's so well kept and I like a good park. So.
Yeah, we'll show you when we get in there. So we're looking for a way off the wall to see the amphitheatre, but there's also this gardens here with these Roman columns in. We're not sure what that is. We're not sure if that's authentic or if it's a recreation, but as soon as we find a way down...
If it goes that way, surely you can walk around it and go in, because there's an entrance just down here.
So we think we can get down there?
It's all cars, isn't it?
So we found our way down to the Roman gardens, and it says that they were first laid out in 1949 to display many Roman building fragments that have been discovered throughout Chester in the previous 100 years. So Sharon's there trying to do all our Instagram stuff. Mosaic on the floor. We're going to have a walk down through there and have a look at the artefacts. So this is Chester's Roman Amphitheatre. It was the largest and most elaborate amphitheatre that the Romans ever built in Britain, used for gladiator duels and wild beast hunts and public executions. In fact, it was so big that it was actually described as the Lost Colosseum.
I touched it.
You touched history. Real history. Roman history.
Yes.
Oh, you're posing like a gladiator.
Oh,
Russell.
our little outfit. Yeah.
We'll look on eBay. So this was the wall of the Colosseum, and then all of the seating would have been up here, all the way, obviously around the back here, and then the gladiators would have been in the middle, fighting wild animals. Just like that. Maybe not quite like that. So this is really cool. This column fragment here was originally part of an official box. Seat people above the amphitheatre. That is cool. But just look how pretty it is down here. You can just kind of get a sense of how big it would have been as well. Absolutely amazing. So we're now in Grosvenor Park, which is the one that we said we came through yesterday evening, and it was very, very pretty, but we didn't see this statue, and there's a well somewhere that we didn't see either.
There is also a viewing point, but it looks like you're not meant to go on it, but people have pushed the barriers down.
Yeah, which I'm assuming if you're not going to go on there, it's probably not safe, so we'll probably give that a miss. We'll walk to the entrance, and I think we'll
it's a shame,
leave that one
I
there.
reckon it'd be quite nice. Also, I can see the rail, because there's a railway.
Oh yeah, there's like a little miniature railway thing. Unfortunately, it's not running today, so we can't have a ride. We'd like to give a massive shout out to all of our patrons and our YouTube members for their continued support of our content. If you haven't already, you can subscribe by clicking on our faces in the circle, or you can watch more of our vlogs by clicking on the rectangle. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.